Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for October 19th, 2009. This is Patrick Ceresna. First off, I want to take a look at the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange rate fund symbol SPY. We were talking over the last few weeks that if that wedge on the downside holds at the 103, 105, that we were going to get a follow-through rally that could reach up into this 110 to 112 zone. We more or less are testing that area right now. In our bigger picture, we still actually believe the market top should be occurring somewhere up along this zone over here. Obviously, that doesn't mean that we can't have a couple more little thrusts higher, but overall, this is a level and an area that we think that there could be a broader market distribution coming off of here. There's certainly loss of momentum and a lot of other things that are indicating that the market should take a breather at some stage. The degree of the breather we take we'll call it as we see it as the market momentum comes in. But at this stage, we're not looking for any further upside. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE U.S. Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO, and more or less we are seeing some rallying over the last 2 weeks in this Regional Banks Index along with the indices, but there's simply no upside follow-through. There's certainly a lot less momentum and relative strength compared to even just the S&P 500 index as a whole. If you are looking for upside trades to try to catch stuff, the regional banks are probably the bad choice. In fact, this may be a distribution phase that may lead to a good bout of selling at some stage that may go all the way back down to that 15-16 zone on the downside. But we want to make sure that the broader markets are rolling over before we consider short trades on the regional banks. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is the symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And more or less, we have also seen some upside over the last 2 weeks, coming back to the previous highs. And again, just like we've seen in the regional banks, we're not seeing breaks to higher highs. This is actually something that we're seeing quite a bit in the market as there's less and less stocks participating in the market rallies, and it's just a few leadership stocks that are really taking these markets to higher highs. It's another indication that we're seeing some sort of a market top potentially coming in up here. At this stage, though, we can't rule out the possibility on the short term that the Syndex does make a push up into the 119 to 125, but the risk reward of being long the Syndex here is not very good. So really at this stage, we would let any upside kind of play out, and then we'll be looking for how to profit from the downside moves on the Syndex. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is the symbol RUF. And more or less, the home builders went through quite a dramatic sell-off about 2-3 weeks ago. We have seen some counter-rallying, just like we've seen in the broader markets. But we're just actually approaching just the retracement zone, which is marked by the blue box. If for whatever reason the Home Builders Index does not or is not able to actually overcome this retracement box, then in fact it probably will be a good shorting opportunity off of these levels. So we'll be looking to see whether or not this gives us a good sell signal. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is the symbol FUM, and we continue to see strength in these natural gas stocks. We found support right off that 90-93 focal point a couple weeks ago, and subsequently started a leg higher, and we're now approaching right in the dead center of a measured move in the 110 to 115 area of the last leg. Really, at this stage, numerous measured moves that we're doing we don't have any measurements above the 110 to 115 zone without going into extended moves, which means that this rally that we've seen in natural gas stocks is a little bit long in the tooth. If we are to get an extended rally here, one of the upside targets that we could have is about the 125 area, which is the 50% retracement of the entire sell-off that we've seen back in 2008. But with that said, right now we probably would think it would be a prudent time to be taking money off the table on any natural gas plays. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX. We've now completed all sorts of different measured moves. We're starting to lose a little bit of momentum here. We are looking for market tops to come in the FTSE, similarly to the way we are looking for it in the S&P. We can't rule out a temporary push even up to the 530 area or slightly higher on the short term. But overall, we expect this 510 to 520 area to be an area where there should be formidable overhead resistance in terms of a bigger picture rally above there. We're looking for some sort of market consolidation on the downside to correct the rally that we've had up till now. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.